same price, same year, similar mileage. One has a CVT, the other has a traditional automatic. 3 years later, one owner is dealing with a 4,000 transmission replacement and the other is still driving smoothly past 200,000 kilometers. So which transmission actually fails more in 2026, CVT or traditional automatic? Let us break this down properly. No myths, no brand bias. Just how these systems really work where they fail and what current reliability trends show. First, understand the difference. A CVT, continuously variable transmission, doesn't use fixed gears like first, second, third, fourth. Instead, it uses a belt or chain running between two variable pulleys. This allows it to constantly adjust gear ratios smoothly and efficiently. A traditional automatic, also called a torque converter automatic, uses planetary gear sets and fixed gear ratios. Modern versions now commonly have 6, 8, or even 10 speeds. On paper, CVTs sound brilliant: smooth acceleration, better fuel economy, fewer mechanical gear shifts. And in many 2026 economy cars, especially from brands like Nissan and Subaru, CVTs are standard. Traditional automatics are more common in trucks, performance cars, and many mainstream sedans from companies like Toyota and Ford. Now here's the real question: which one fails more? Historically, CVTs had a worse reputation. Early CVTs, especially in the 2010-2018 era, were known for premature belt wear, overheating, slipping, shuddering during acceleration, expensive full replacements instead of rebuilds. Some manufacturers faced lawsuits and extended warranties because of this. The biggest complaints came from high-volume CVT adopters like Nissan during the early generations of the Xtronic CVT systems. Why did CVTs struggle? Because the belt and pulley system is under constant tension. Unlike fixed gears that lock into place, the CVT belt is always adjusting under load. High torque, aggressive driving, towing, and poor maintenance accelerate wear dramatically. And when a CVT fails, it often fails completely. Many mechanics don't rebuild them easily. Replacement is common, and that is expensive. Now let us talk about the 26. CVTs today are not the same as they were 10 years ago. Manufacturers improved cooling systems. Stronger steel belts replaced weaker designs. Software tuning became smarter. Torque limits were better managed. Brands like Honda and Toyota refined their CVTs significantly. Modern Toyota CVTs even include a physical first gear in some models to reduce belt strain during initial acceleration. So reliability has improved. But here's the honest answer. Traditional torque converter automatics still tend to last longer under heavy use. Why? Because their mechanical design handles torque differently. The torque converter absorbs shock loads. The gear sets lock into place. Heat management is often more robust in larger vehicles. That is why trucks and performance vehicles rarely use CVTs. If you tow frequently, drive aggressively, or live in mountainous areas, traditional automatics generally have a durability advantage. However, and this is important, modern automatics are far more complex than older 4-speed or 5-speed units. An 8-speed or 10-speed automatic has more clutch packs, more solenoids, more electronics, more complex valve bodies. When they fail, repairs can also be expensive. So this is not a simple CVT bad, automatic good situation. Failure depends on 3 main factors: maintenance, driving style, engineering quality of the specific manufacturer. Let us talk about maintenance. CVTs are extremely sensitive to fluid conditions. CVT fluid is not the same as regular automatic transmission fluid. It is specialized, and skipping fluid changes, especially beyond 40,000 to 60,000 km, dramatically increases failure risk. Many owners don't even realize their CVT needs regular servicing. Traditional automatics also need fluid changes, but they tend to tolerate neglect slightly better. Not infinitely, but better. Now driving style. If you floor a CVT constantly, launch hard at traffic lights, or tow loads beyond its rating, you're shortening its life significantly. A traditional automatic can handle short bursts of high torque better. This is why CVTs are common in economy commuter cars, not sports cars. Let me ask you something. Are you buying the transmission that fits your lifestyle, or just what comes standard? Because that matters more than the design itself. In 2026, failure rates are not dramatically different when both systems are properly maintained and used as intended. But CVTs are less forgiving. That is the key difference. Traditional automatics tolerate abuse better. CVTs demand discipline. Now let us talk about the cost of failure. If a modern torque converter automatic fails, repair might involve rebuilding clutch packs, replacing solenoids, valve body repairs costs vary widely. If a CVT fails completely, replacement is common, and full replacements often cost thousands, depending on vehicle model and region. That is where the fear around CVTs comes from. But there's another angle: fuel economy. CVTs often deliver better efficiency in city driving. Over years of ownership, fuel savings can partially offset risk, especially if you're driving conservatively. And in hybrid vehicles, CVT-style systems are extremely reliable. For example, hybrid systems from Toyota use a different CVT concept entirely, and they have proven very durable over time. Not all CVTs are equal. Chain-driven CVTs differ from belt-driven ones. Hybrid e-CVT systems differ from conventional CVTs. Cooling design matters. Software matters. So which fails more in 2026? If you look at real-world patterns, older generation CVTs had higher failure rates. Modern CVTs have improved significantly. Traditional automatics still generally have longer high-mileage durability under stress. If your goal is maximum long-term durability with minimal risk, especially beyond 200 Zaros and Kubas, a well-built traditional automatic has a slight edge. If your goal is fuel efficiency, smooth city driving, and lower upfront cost, a modern CVT from a reputable manufacturer can be perfectly reliable if maintained properly. The real danger isn't CVT or automatic. The real danger is neglect, skipping fluid changes, ignoring warning signs, driving aggressively in a system not built for it, buying used without service history. Here's something most people don't think about. Transmission failure risk also affects resale value. Some used car buyers actively avoid certain older CVT models because of reputation. That can impact long-term ownership cost. But newer CVTs from reliable brands don't carry the same stigma anymore. So before choosing, ask, will you tow? Do you drive aggressively? Are you consistent with maintenance? Do you plan to keep the car beyond 8-10 years? Is resale value important? Because no transmission is immortal. Both can fail. Both can last 250,000 km. Both can be expensive if abused. The transmission doesn't determine reliability alone. The owner does. And here's an angle most people overlook: driving conditions. Urban stop and go traffic puts a huge load on any transmission. CVTs shine here because they adjust continuously, reducing engine strain and improving fuel efficiency. But that same stop and go environment can accelerate belt wear if the fluid isn't changed on schedule. Highways are gentler. Both CVTs and traditional automatics perform exceptionally well under steady speeds. Another factor is climate. Extremely hot conditions can stress CVTs more, especially if cooling is marginal. Traditional automatics, with larger torque converters and more robust fluid circulation, tend to handle heat better. Finally, technology integration matters. Modern automatics now include advanced adaptive learning, predicting shifts based on driving style, which reduces wear over time. CVTs rely heavily on software as well, but a software glitch can mimic mechanical failure. So, even in 2026, the longevity of either system isn't just mechanical, it is a combination of design, driving habits, maintenance, and environmental factors. If you're disciplined with maintenance, avoid excessive strain, and choose a well-engineered model, either system can serve you well in 2026. But if you want the blunt answer, traditional torque converter automatics generally fail less under heavy use. Modern CVTs are reliable, but less tolerant of abuse. And that difference is what creates the statistics people argue about online. So the real question isn't just, which fails more? It is this: are you going to maintain it properly? Because the transmission doesn't quit randomly. It responds to how you treat it.